guys, welcome back to the AMP Mentorship Platform Network. I'm here again today with Justin Humphreys with Humphreys Homes. I'm Mark D'Andrea, the Doctor of Real Estate. On our last video, we talked a little bit about one of the changes to Justin's business that AMP assisted him with. We wanted to talk today a little bit more, or drill down on that a little bit more about the other changes that Justin made when he joined AMP. Justin, thanks again for being around. How's your family, by the way, before we get into that?
Thanks for asking. They're doing good. Kids are getting big. We're busy with sports Tuesdays, Saturdays, Sundays. So
I remember those days.
Yeah.
My son played rugby and football.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter rode horses, and it's a lot of running around. You enjoy it. Please enjoy these moments because they go by really quick.
Yeah, I do. I'm the super fan dad on the sidelines. I've got the fold up chairs and the coolers and all that. So we got soccer, gymnastics, football. So the whole.
I have a couple stories to share at some future date one about football and one about rugby that dovetails with you talking about being the dad on the sidelines. But we'll talk about this more time. Parents on the sidelines at sporting events are awful. Let's just put it out there right now. I'm sure Justin is not. Tell us a little bit more about your business and how it's grown through the mentorship program.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, my motivation behind wanting to join AMP was how my business was going at that time. So this was late 2020, early 2021. I was in what I would call a plateau. So I was coming into my third year. My first year, I closed, 9 deals.
Okay.
Second year, I closed.
That's really good.
Second year, I closed 11. Third year, I dropped and closed 7, and they weren't big ones. And I was at a point where it was, okay, we've got to do something to make this work, or we've got to close up shop and go back to managing the restaurants and bartending.
Well, it's interesting you say that because you and I both know that, we're when you go into real estate, you're a business owner.
Right.
When you go through schooling and the education that's provided to you, wherever you end up going, Honduras College or otherwise, their purview, their position is to get you through the state and federal exams. And then you wake up one day, you've signed on with the brokerage and you wonder, okay, what do I do next? So the interesting thing to me, and I remember thinking this about when you came on board, was you actually found yourself there 3 years into your career.
Mm-hmm.
What am I going to do now? So what did you do, or what happened then?
Well, at that point in my career, I started off with a small boutique brokerage who does a lot of volume, but is not new agent centric. So the training was not there, was non-existent, and I was being fed Realtor and Zillow.com leads, like force fed those. So I got into a habit of chasing leads, and I was good at that. I got good at converting them. I think I had an 11 or 12% conversion rate on those online leads, which is pretty good. And but I was neglecting my sphere.
So define sphere for the folks that are watching.
Yeah, your sphere is the people in your life or the people around you that know, like, and trust you and that want to do business with you.
Okay.
So, not growing up in Central Ohio, being from Eastern Ohio, moving here later in life, my sphere was weak in Central Ohio.
Okay.
Not only was it weak, but I wasn't cultivating it as well. So I was closing those online leads from Realtor and Zillow, but I wasn't nurturing them post-closing the way that AMP has since then trained me to do.
Okay.
So I was in that mode of just chasing leads. When's the next lead coming? When's the next lead coming? Instead of paying attention to the people that I've already closed to see who around them needs help from a real estate agent.
The visual that comes to my mind is you're talking about when you first come into the business, or in your case, you've been in the business for 3 years. If you picture yourself on a range, either shooting arrows, throwing axes, shooting guns, whatever your choice is there, and you're 20 yards down range, your target has a very small bullseye, right? And your bullseye is a little bit smaller because you're new in the business. You have to connect and communicate to get people to like, know, and trust you. So what you realized, it sounds to me, just given a visual, is that you needed to expand that bullseye so that you were influencing and communicating and connecting with more people so that target was easier to hit. Is that a kind of an okay way to say it?
Yeah, absolutely. You could describe it that way. And coming from, you know, a background of being in hospitality management,
So you were used to being of assistance to people.
I was used to being of assistance to people. I was used to the face-to-face interaction has never been an issue for me.
Right.
The thing that Red One transformed my thinking, and then further AMP took that and really honed in on it. When I came to Red One, that's one of the first things that Ken and Mike drilled on was that, hey, you are now a small business owner.
That's right.
Okay, you don't have a boss anymore. You're not getting paid on a W-2. You're the CEO, the CFO, the CSO, the COO. You have to wear those hats.
Yep.
You have to think about yourself that way. So when I came to Red One Realty a couple years into my business, that coaching from Ken and Mike transformed my thinking. And then so now, okay, I'm a small business owner, but now what do I do? What
Right.
system do I use?
Right.
And that's where AMP came in, took my, you know, eagerness to have a small business and refined it and gave me the systems and the processes to be successful.
That sounds great. We'll pick up on this again in the next video. Guys, thanks for joining us here on the AMP Mentorship Platform Network. We'll see you again soon. Justin, thanks again for being here. I appreciate you.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys.
You guys have a great day.